Hey guys, it's Stephanie and I'm back again with another tutorial. This time something fun and flirty for the seasons that are changing. So we're leaving summer, going into fall, and I felt like this outfit was appropriate. This is actually one of the looks I had on my website last year, and I had some people ask me how I made it. So here I am with the tutorial showing you how I made it. So we're going to start off making the patterns. I am a big fan of either buying a pattern or making your own pattern, because once you have the pattern that fits you perfectly, you can make the item out of literally anything, any color, any fabric type. As long as it's, you know, the same type of stretchy or woven fabric, you can literally make the same item in so many colors instead of having to, you know, re-get a pair of pants out of your closet or a shirt and have to remeasure and all that. Just do the pattern. So what I'm going to do is show you how I make the pattern first, and then get your measurements, and then we're going to make the item. So if you're here because you want to improve your sewing skills, or you just want to learn how to make this cute outfit, make sure you follow along. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. I have so many more items and much more content that I'm going to be posting here in the near future. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. This is the list of items needed, and once you have these, you're ready to go. We're going to start off with pattern pieces, but we're going to need some measurements first. For the top length, you're going to fold a shirt under the length you want it to be, and from your high point shoulder, which is the point where your shoulder and neck meet, you're going to measure all the way down to the bottom. That'll be the length of your shirt. Now when I take a sleeve measurement, I find it easier to hold the middle of the tape and let it dangle. So you're going to start at the point of your shoulder and go about to your middle forearm, and that'll be the length of the top part of your sleeve. Now you can decide how long you want your flounce part to be. Start from your middle forearm and go down as far as you want if you want it to cover your hand, or if you don't want it so long, you can make it shorter. This part is up to you. Now for the top, you're going to take a shirt that fits you nice and snug. This is one from my clothing line. You're going to fold it in half and then fold it up to the measurement we just took earlier from your high point shoulder to the bottom. Also, you're going to fold your sleeve in. Use a ruler or a seam gauge to draw your seam allowances around the pattern. If you're using a serger, do 1/4 of an inch. If you're using a regular machine, do 1/2 inch. And remember, at the bottom, add 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch for the hem. Now unfold the shirt and fold it the other way so we can get the pattern piece for the back. You're going to do the same exact thing. Fold it up to the length we took earlier and then fold the sleeve in. After that, you're going to get your seam allowances traced and then cut it out. The reason why I say use a V-neck for this pattern is because that's how the flounce top is. So all you got to do after you cut out the first pattern is fold it in half again, and as you can see, that's where the V-neck is for the shirt. Fold it over and then edit or retrace the pattern that you already have. Draw a line right there and then cut it. Now if you want it deeper, you have to fold it deeper, fold it over just like this, and then you'll edit your previous pattern to this as well. Remember to fold your sleeve over as well. Now this is how my V-neck pattern ends up looking. When I put it up against the shirt, you'll see that it's a lot deeper than the t-shirt, but that's how I wanted mine. So like I said, this part is really up to you. You're just gonna have to play around with it and see how deep or how high you want your V-neck to be. For the sleeve pattern, you're going to find a curved seam, then place it on top of the tracing paper with the top of the sleeve along the straight edge. You're going to pin along the curve through the paper and the shirt. Then take your tape measure from the point of the shoulder to the measurement you took earlier from shoulder to middle forearm and make a mark. Next, you need your forearm measurement. So you're going to take your measuring tape, and measure around the point you stopped at for your sleeve. Whatever measurement you get, you're going to cut that in half and make a mark. Then you're going to make a line from underneath your sleeve all the way to the end of your sleeve pattern. Flip the shirt over along the pinned edge of the sleeve and use your marker to draw a line along that curved edge. It might be a little crooked, but that's okay. You can always straighten it up when you take the pins out. Once you're done straightening your lines, cut out the pattern. Pin your front and back shirt patterns on the fold of your fabric and then cut out both pieces. Next, pin your sleeve on the fold of your fabric and cut out 2 sleeves. To get the measurements for our flounce sleeve, you're going to measure across the bottom width of your sleeve and then take that number and divide it by 3.14. In this case, I'm just going to round up to 2.5. For your pattern, you're going to start at the straight edge of the pattern paper and then draw a straight line down. You're then going to take your measurement, which mine was 2.5, from the corner and go all the way around making small tick marks. Keep going until you get to the end. Using your measuring tape, you're going to take the measurement you took earlier from forearm to bottom of the sleeve and add that to this piece. You're going to go all the way around like we did the first line and then connect the lines when you get to the end. Cut out when finished. Pin your flounce pattern to the fold of your fabric and cut out. Remember to do 2 pieces. With right sides together, match the opening of your flounce with the bottom of your sleeve and pin together. Now pin the front and back of your top together at the shoulder seams and the side seams. When you're done, go to your machine and sew the shirt and the sleeve together where you pinned. Fold your sleeve in half and pin together, making sure you match your seams of your flounce. Then go to your machine and sew. For this part, you're going to want to make sure your sleeve is right side out and your shirt is inside out. You're going to go through the bottom of your shirt and match the bottom of your armhole seam with the bottom seam of your sleeve and pin together. Then take the top point of your sleeve and match it with the top seam or shoulder seam of your shirt and pin together. For the rest of the sleeve, you want to stretch and pin matching the edges of your fabric all the way around. After you're done with both, sew together. The last thing to do is finish all of your raw edges, your neckline, the bottom of your shirt, and the bottom of your sleeve. For your neckline and shirt, you want to use a stretchy stitch. I'm using a cover stitch machine, but you might want to use a zigzag stitch or stretch as you sew. For the bottom of the sleeve, you can kind of use a traditional stitch because it's such a wide opening. And once you're done, you're finished.